Bangladesh is facing a significant political crisis. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina recently resigned after weeks of intense protests. The nation is in turmoil. The future is uncertain. The resignation follows large and persistent demonstrations. Protesters demanded new elections and accused the government of corruption. They also claimed the government was becoming increasingly authoritarian. The Prime Minister's departure creates a vacuum in leadership. There is no clear successor from the ruling party. The opposition, while energized, is fragmented. How Bangladesh navigates this crisis will have lasting consequences for its people. The protests in Bangladesh are rooted in deep-seated frustration with the government, reflecting a growing discontent among the populace. A primary cause of this anger is the state of the economy, which has been deteriorating steadily over the past few years. Many Bangladeshis are struggling with rising inflation, making it difficult for families to make ends meet. The cost of basic necessities is soaring, with food prices hitting record highs and putting a strain on household budgets. Jobs are scarce, especially for young people, who face an uncertain future with limited employment opportunities. In addition to economic woes, there are widespread allegations of corruption, further fueling public outrage. Citizens accuse the government of enriching itself while neglecting the needs of the people, leading to a sense of betrayal. They point to lavish spending by officials while ordinary people struggle to afford basic necessities, highlighting the stark contrast between the elite and the masses. The perception of corruption has eroded trust in the government, making it difficult for leaders to regain the confidence of the people. The protests began small but quickly gained momentum, spreading like wildfire across the nation. Students, frustrated by the lack of job opportunities and rising costs, were among the first to take to the streets. Their voices echoed the sentiments of a generation feeling left behind. They were soon joined by workers, farmers, and members of the middle class, all united in their anger and desire for change. The diverse coalition highlighted the widespread discontent across different sectors of society. The demonstrations have been largely peaceful, but there have been instances of violence. Tensions occasionally flared, leading to skirmishes that disrupted the otherwise calm protests. Security forces have at times responded harshly to protesters, using force to disperse the crowds. This has only served to escalate the situation further. Images of clashes, tear gas, and injured demonstrators have circulated widely on social media, further fueling public anger. The viral nature of these images has brought international attention to the protests.
We are out here because we want a better future. We are demanding change, and we won't stop until our voices are heard. We can't find jobs, and the cost of living is unbearable. Our future seems bleak, and we are desperate for solutions. We are tired of the corruption and the injustice. We demand accountability and transparency from our leaders.
The Prime Minister's resignation has created a dangerous political vacuum. The ruling party in power for over a decade is now without a clear leader.
The opposition, while emboldened by the protests, is fragmented and lacks a united front. This uncertainty raises concerns about potential instability and violence. The coming days and weeks will be critical. A peaceful and democratic transition of power is crucial. However, the risk of further unrest and a power struggle cannot be ignored.
The international community is watching events in Bangladesh with growing concern. Neighboring countries are particularly worried. They fear that instability in Bangladesh could spill over their borders.
Western powers have also expressed their unease. They have called for restraint from all sides and urged a return to dialogue. The United Nations has offered to mediate between the government and the opposition. The international community's involvement may be crucial in preventing further violence. It can also play a role in ensuring any transition of power is democratic and respects the will of the Bangladeshi people.
The future of Bangladesh hangs in the balance, teetering on the edge of significant change. The country stands at a crossroads, facing critical decisions that will shape its destiny. The path it chooses will have profound and lasting implications for its people and its place in the world. A successful transition to a more democratic and responsive government would offer hope and a brighter future. It could lead to greater stability and prosperity for the Bangladeshi people, improving lives across the nation. However, if the current crisis spirals into further chaos and violence, the consequences could be dire and far-reaching. The international community must stand ready to assist Bangladesh in its hour of need, providing support and guidance. The world must speak with one voice in urging peace, dialogue, and a commitment to democratic principles, ensuring a stable future. The stakes are too high for anything less, and the time to act is now.